Hey, Hoop fans, get ready for the Brooklyn Nets in action against the Celtics out in Boston. Well, for Boston, they're currently the third-place team in the East, which doesn't represent much of a change from their finish a year ago. They're one of the conference's elite teams again. And DeAndre Jordan, a few people have accused him of stat padding, taking rebounds from teammates. This sounds like something we talked about yesterday, fellas.
It is. Let the big fella eat. That's his job. All you little guards, stay the heck out of the paint.
Yeah, but
No, stay out of the paint. Let us
you
rebound.
don't remember the video when he pushed Luka to grab a rebound?
Well, Luka shouldn't have been down there.
But truthfully, people are making an issue out of everything. But I do think that he does.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. DA, it's... Well, thank you for that, David. Greg, quite a few people have been expecting this to happen.
Yeah, with the amount of time Shea spent in college, you figured he'd be polished coming into the league. The question was, would he buy in? And I think we've gotten our answer.
Bill, in 2009, Kevin Durant was just honorable mention in your book of basketball. Now, a decade later, where is he in your evaluation?
Yeah, I remember I did this thing in my book, and it was like the four best bets to crack the pyramid of the top 100, and he was the #1 candidate. It was like he was clearly headed towards Hall of Fame career. I would have him now in the top 15. I think when you look at his first 12 years, the consistency, the scoring stats that he's had compared to all the greats, 2 Finals MVPs. His teams have won every year for 10 years, regardless of where he's been playing. And the All-NBAs, he had everything up. And there's just no way he's not one of the best 4 forwards ever.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Jarrett Allen. Then there's Irving. And it's Durant. And it's Kennedy. And at the shooting guard. And for the Celtics, Tatum and Hayward make up the 2 forward spots. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position.
Oh, they tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Kanter.
With all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. Tough.
Irving looking over the floor to the middle. Gets it to fall from the bucket from Kennedy. Well, you knew it was a matter of time before this team made the adjustment. Shea now officially a starter for them going forward.
And being a starter wasn't handed to Shea. And the fact that he had to fight his way up the pecking order of the roster should make this mean all that much more to him. Easy call to move him into the starting lineup with how he's playing.
And he makes that one.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Yeah, Greg, and when he's this active early, it's a sign this could be one of those big games for him.
No good from Jordan.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. Should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change? Which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing it. I think it's going to manifest itself, but it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose what the game is.
No,
it's bigs and smalls, it's inside, it's outside, and
it's still passing and unselfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, they're really creative. And you just can't, that just can't be your thing is we shoot 53, here's our offense. The problem is, you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, it's going to be a 92 to 89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter, no matter how you get them. You still need somebody who can do that too.
Well, Teron, Brown can beat you down the floor, then finish the play.
Kennedy, he's covered by Brown. Now on the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Tatum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, that's the thing. Tatum's sneaky. He understands how to put the defender at a disadvantage.
And he sinks the second. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16 seed no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about the travel though. And they've looked at it and they've really studied it and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1 and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff. And it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West, which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West, and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah,
so they've never really 100% figured out the conferences. And I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Here's Wanamaker in the game against Sacramento. Very impressive. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. You look at Boston. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, for the Nets, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Wanamaker misses. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. We've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it, and then we spitball.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Hayward can't hit. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Caruth. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Kennedy in at the 2 spot. Now, here is Irving. He had 16 points in the win against Cleveland.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. Here's Jordan, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Gordon Hayward, obviously a tremendous performer. Bill, where do you rank him against other wings in the NBA now?
Probably one of the best all-around wings, I would say. And I think it's pretty easy to forget that there's a reason the Celtics are paying this guy almost $30 million a year. He was one of the top 15 players in the league. He was a borderline franchise player on a top 8 playoff team. And is just really good, and he's efficient. So when you talk about a team like the Celtics where, you know, you got to share the ball. Tatum needs more shots. Everybody's got to have a little. He's the perfect guy to have because he's happy going 8 for 15.
Pass to Kennedy. Here's Durant. Rebound by Williams.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Tatum. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D. Here's Kennedy. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Now a timeout called by Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
As long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
The Celtics making a switch here. Cantor's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Murray's checked in for Caruch. Hayward outside. Down low. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
He's just incredible at understanding the game. Hayward is so good at making the defense pay for leaving guys open.
Here's Irving. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. The shot's good from Kennedy.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
Bill, you look at the career path of Kevin Durant. Some guys want to be the man. Other guys want to be a significant part of a bigger picture. He can play a lot of different roles. I think he's so good. That's what makes him so, I think, compelling.
Right. He is a guy that can fit into any system and figure out what to do. And I think that's really rare talent. I actually think Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were like that. And I'd be willing to. LeBron is, in my opinion, one of the 3 best players ever. LeBron, you always kind of have to fit into what he's good at. All the teammates that he's had, he's like certain types of guys. Mm-hmm. Durant is somebody that just loves being part of a bigger team. It doesn't care if he shoots 28 times. Doesn't really want to.
He's so confident in his
wants to pass.
Yeah.
He's an elite passer, and he's just good at everything. And I don't think he gets enough credit for that. You look at like your 2K rating. What would be a bad part of his 2K rating? He's good at everything.
Celtics trail by 5. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Wanamaker. 12 points for him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Nets leading by 4. There's the pass to Kennedy. Over Tatum. No good from Kennedy. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough. Especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than So they made the case for LeBron and the way things are now.
What about like the Oscar Robertson, the Elgin Baylors? And he talked about,
Oh, yeah.
my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
Fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh,
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube, and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing defense.
Irving passes to Kennedy. Now Irving passes to Kennedy. From deep three-point range, missed it. He's now made 6 of 10 from the field.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
I mean, you see the strength of Tatum already, broad shoulder, able to make shots from contact.
Shots good from Kennedy.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Austin making some changes. Daniel. One second left. The shot missing. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a...
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Che, your first career start in an NBA game. You looked comfortable out there. Was this as good a performance as you could have hoped for?
Absolutely, DA, man. It definitely taken some adjustment, but I've, had the support of my teammates, the coaching staff, and the fans every step of the way. They believe it that, I'm a starter, and I hope my play has done enough to keep, that belief going strong.
Well, they've got a lot of information to work with, and you've done great so far. Thanks for your time. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see...
Heads up, let's get this done. Che, you heard what Coach said. All right, we see your effort out there. All right, just keep doing what you're doing.
I mean, I want to win.
All right, we all want to win. All right, but the only thing you can control is you. All right, so just give us a half like you just did, and whatever happens, you didn't cheat it. That's all you can do.
All right.
All right.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Boston leading by 7. On is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Enes Kanter is out there with Hayward. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. And it's Brown missing.
He's got to do a better job making the team pay for their mistakes.
And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nets. Irving's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Here's Wanamaker, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 at the line. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Nets trail by 7. Allen outside. Irving with it. Picked up by Brown. Here's Kennedy. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 18 points for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. Offline with his 3. Brooklyn's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Yes, that goes in. Allen's got 10.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. Tatum on the wing. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for KD.
He stepped up his defense over the past 5 games, protecting that rim and coming up with blocks at a rate much higher than we saw earlier in the season. It's fun to see a player getting after it that hard on the defensive end.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Jared Allen. 17th in rebounding, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And as you were saying, one of the better rebounders in the league. He just has that tireless work ethic that also motivates the rest of his teammates. Durant for three. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Tatum, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
Irving passes to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Kennedy. Shot clock at 5. Over Brown, and it's blocked by Brown.
Just tenacious defense from Brown right there. I mean, superb play, shut down defense, and stifling shooting.
Tatum kicks to Hayward. Inside, and stolen by Jordan. Kennedy passes to Durant. Now, here is Irving.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. They lead by 1. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And now a quick rundown of the leading free throw shooters at small forward this year. It's a pretty sure thing whenever one of them gets to the line. Kevin Durant, number 1. Second is Gordon Hayward.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
As good as they are from the line, it forces an opposing defense to play with caution against them, and that's never a good thing.
For Boston, they have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
Well, who could forget Jason Tatum's rookie year? I mean, in the 2018 playoffs, all he did was lead the Celtics in scoring at just 20 years old, taking Boston to Game 7 of the conference final.
Odion Kurucs, he's checked in for the Nets.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Wanamaker, covered by Irving. Pass to Tatum. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
With the height of football. No wonder Tatum's knocked down mid-range.
Outside, KD for the tie. The offensive rebound. Here's Kennedy. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. He's got 25.
He logs his first 3 of the second half. After nailing 2 in the first, they don't want to let this fella get going.
Kicks it to Tatum. From 12 feet out, and it's Boston with another.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside Irving. Now the pass to Kennedy. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot for the lead. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's blocked by Kennedy. Shot's good by Durant. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Tatum. Here's Cantor. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul. The Celtics have gone 9 of 13 from the line. Sixers. Kennedy guarded by Tatum. Dinwiddie right side. Passes it to Allen. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Celtics trail by 9. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Kennedy in at the 2-guard position. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Tice. And Tatum over to help. Harris, good. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Tatum. Rejected by Kennedy. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And then Allen slams it in.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Hayward with the ball. 17-foot shot on the way. Here's Tice, and Durant sends it back.
But you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
No good from Kennedy.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Right, you take that 10 out of 10 times. You're not going to miss many of those.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for the Celtics. And the Nets also making a change. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Harris. Pass to Williams. Here is Hayward. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Hayward on the wing. Shot to stop the run. That one goes in.
This is where Hayward just gets better and better, squaring up off the catch.
Hayward comes with the double team. Allen passes to Kennedy. Back to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
It's all heart. He does a great job of getting after it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 17. Dishes to Tatum. They get it again. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot's good from Kennedy.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
Here's Wanamaker. Dinwiddie covering. Wanamaker misses. And here they come. Here's KD. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Daniel Tice. That's good from Durant.
And the winning mentality of Durant, I mean, he can take over games. He puts the team on his back.
Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. And Hayward the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And Brown over to help. And taken away by Brown. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Kennedy. With some arc. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's sent back by Allen. Shoots it up. The shot's good from Kennedy. He's got 34.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Here's Poirier. Pass to Wanamaker. Off target from outside.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
To the inside. Here's Wanamaker on the wing. Brown. And there's the pass to Poirier. Brooklyn with the rebound. Kennedy passes to Allen. Great D that time from Tatum.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Wanamaker misses. Nets leading by 21. To the paint. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and his lead the scores. He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
The shot's good from Kennedy.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Hayward outside. 6 to shoot. Allen with the rebound.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And that one's good. Durant.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Wanamaker. Dinwiddie covering. Katie against Tatum. Out to Hayward. Here's the triple. Hayward missing again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And Dinwiddie over to help. Wanamaker makes it off the glass. Wanamaker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Kennedy, he's covered by Brown. The Nets working the ball around now, and Tatum over to help. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The great ones do this. When Kevin Durant gains an advantage inside, you know he...
And here is Tatum. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. Everyone.
the 2K Sports postgame show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny.
Hey, Shaq here. From one playmaker to another, I have to ask, what did you see on the floor tonight that made you a distributor as much as a scorer?
Well, you know how it is for us creative types, Shaq. We're going to make something out of anything you give us. You take away my opportunity to score, I'm going to beat you with the pass. Once you adjust to that, I go back looking for mine. The main thing is to avoid predetermination. I want to see what you do defensively, then I'm going to react off of that.
Well, you're reacting very excellent. You're reacting so good I don't even know what to say.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure, although sometimes it's yours as well. For Kenny the Jet and Shaquille, Ernie Johnson, have a great night.
Jay, you led the team in blocks tonight. Is this something you're looking to do more of going forward?
Man, I saw you and your family, man. Y'all look good. But to answer your question, you know what? I always want to add to my game. And if there's something I'm not good at, I'm going to keep working on it until it get great. Anything else?
No.
No?
I'm good.
Got
All right,
what
guys.
I
Thank
need.
you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, man. You got that stuff to do?
Che, talk to me about your first start. How did it feel out there? It looked like you were pretty comfortable.
You know what? I was kind of nervous at first. I was mostly just trying not to mess up, to tell you the truth. But yeah, man, you know what? I just want to give a big thanks to Coach for trusting, you know, in me and giving me a chance to go out there and show everyone what I'm capable of. You know, everyone wants to, you know, they want that shot to prove that you belong. And when it comes, well, if it comes, you just try to make the best of it.
Jay, do any moments from tonight really stand out to you? Something you'll remember years from now?
You know, it's funny. I remember real specifically that feeling of, you know, waiting for the tip and just the electricity in the crowd. I remember looking around at my teammates and seeing everyone locked in, ready for battle. It was great, man. I just hope I've, you know, done enough to earn my spot and make these guys believe in me and what I can bring to this team.
Player of the Week is a pretty big deal. What are your thoughts on outplaying the entire NBA for a week?
This is pretty much a team award to me. You know, everyone did their jobs and I just happened to shine. But it could be any of us. So shouts out to my guys, man. Without them, I'm not putting up any of these numbers.